Because when you put on maybe the 10 pounds of muscle that you thought you put on, and you found out you're still not that happy, now you've just crossed that line and you can't go back, and now you're unhappy and you are probably gonna have to go on HRT for the rest of your life. What is up? It's your boy John H35 BB Pro as it is. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an important video to talk about and respond to. We're gonna respond to Athlean-X's video called "Should I Start Taking TRT? Serious Question." Now guys, I'm gonna suggest that you go over to his channel and actually watch the full video because it is bang on. It is a topic that we need to talk about openly and raise some awareness, because I get a ton of calls all the time inquiring about getting some information about should I take HRT, or who needs to take our HRT and all that good stuff. So let's dive into this. I'm gonna respond. I made some points here. I'm gonna respond to those points themselves, but let's get it started right now and let me give my 2 cents.
But I haven't quite seen things that are as disturbing as this. People focused on was nutrition, workout routines, bettering their physiques, and where those search terms and even those interests have been replaced by TRT, SARMs, peptides, Ozempic.
And I start right there, and that is extremely true. Now, let me give you guys like a little backstory on my experience and how and why I totally agree with this. 11 years ago when I started bodybuilding, it was a taboo topic. Talking about any kind of drug was very taboo. If you were a amateur bodybuilder or a professional bodybuilder, you didn't talk about it. You were afraid that if you said anything about anything, that you would get some kind of negative backlash from the league. Doesn't matter if it was professional or amateur. And to be honest, I would say up until around the point of which I remember, a lot of people thought that, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Arnold Schwarzenegger are actually, natural athletes, because they didn't talk about it. It was something that wasn't the interest. We went to Muscular Development, Flex magazine, Muscle, whatever magazines. We went there for the information that was given. We wanted to know what they were eating, how they trained, how much cardio they did. That's where the mystery lies. And Facebook's there. But then YouTube and Instagram are starting to really build up. And then 2014, around that, it was 5% nutrition. Rich Piana comes out of the water, and he just literally just pops the top off, opens Pandora's box, and guess what? He starts talking openly and transparently about his steroid use.
Now, I've been taking steroids for 25 years.
Now everybody and their mother who is on YouTube or whatever has an idea that, hey, some of these gains, that these unbelievable physiques that you always wanted to have or looked up to, were enhanced. Everyone knows now the searching is out. Now a lot of more people are talking more openly about steroid use. Now a lot of the YouTubers are being open about what they're doing and giving more information about the negatives and positives of enhancements. Now, that is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because within that knowledge comes more curiosity. And now when you're around the, in terms of being in a society where instant gratification is everywhere, like anything you want is at your fingertips. You want to go order something, you don't want to go to the store, guess what? Uber Eats, you got it. I'm not sponsored by Uber Eats, but whatever. But we get what I'm saying. I look at it. I even look at it as I look at it even more so as the ability I have to be able to raise my daughter, the information that I can get that my parents didn't have, that they had to actually literally just go every day to figure it out as they go. I can go on and get an app or whatever it is and just, something's wrong. Something's up. What's wrong with, why is my kid doing this? Let's search it. Yeah, you only have to spell correctly and you'll get the answer. Instant gratification. So now instead of someone looking at, hey, I need to know how to eat better, train harder, and do more cardio, all those things, it's now, hey, I know that I can take something and get there quicker. Hey guys, check it out. If you guys like the video right now, guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the post notification button as well too. So next time I put a video, you'll be the first ones to get it. Hopefully by now you guys like the video. So if you do, hit the like button. Back to the show.
And one of the most classic search terms of all time when it comes to workouts, chest workout. Right? Everybody loves International Chest Day. You literally see a decline in chest workout in favor of TRT. Does it ever cross your mind that they may not be safe, either short-term or long-term?
And that's a massive question that you need to think about. And this video is directed at those people who are on the fence about using HRT or anything. Like here's my opinion, guys. HRT, and he even says in his video, and I completely agree, but HRT is the safest way to say that you're doing steroids without having the massive amounts of judgment. You can say that the doctor gave me HRTs, so I gotta use it. It's an excuse. It's a way people can say it or use without having that, backlash of judgment. They can say like, yo, I'm not taking what the bodybuilders take. I'm not taking those steroids that those pro bodybuilders take. I'm on HRT because the doctor prescribed it to me. Let me tell you who needs to take HRT. Someone whose testosterone is actually in the negatives, like in a place where it is affecting their overall quality of life. Their testosterone is so low that it's affecting their mental health, their sexual performance, their ability to keep muscle on and build muscle. Those people need it, who actually need it. Those who have unfortunately abused steroids in the past. I have abused steroids, 100%. And let me give you a definition of what steroid abusers are. If you are not prescribed by the doctor and you do not need testosterone, and you are taking testosterone for the purposes of just looking good, you're abusing steroids. Sorry, but that's it. And it's not a judgment, it's just a fact. You're abusing steroids. I abuse steroids. 100% I did. Now, when I came off 2021 October, and I've been off ever since, I've done absolutely nothing but this, literally. I'm blessed the fact that my testosterone has recovered to 576 nanograms per deciliter. I got my Let's Get Checked done, and I checked it out, and that's where it's at. And I've said this openly to everybody. I will not go on anything ever. Only if and only if the doctor says, I got blood work that I get done on the 26th of June. Full blood panel done. Gotta get it done. If the doctor says, Johnny, unfortunately, because of your past steroid abuse, your testosterone, even though it has recovered from last year, it is actually dropped to a place that now we need to put you on HRT because it will negatively affect your overall quality of life. At that point, I will 100% do it, or I will definitely take this prescription and use it for my life. But that's only it. If the doctor's like, hey, Johnny, guess what? Your test is still at that level, I feel fine, and I'm gonna stay there. And I'm saying this to you guys because I want you guys to really understand the ramifications of taking testosterone. You guys check it out. Look, it's not much of a plug, but hey, there's a better option than taking HRT, and that's some natural supplements. Check out bluestarnutraceuticals.com, use my code, link is in the description below, and get yours right now. Back to the show. I'm being clear and concise. And honestly, like, I can watch this video and we can go through and I can respond to everything in the video, but he's gonna say the same things that I'm gonna say to you right now. So if you wanna watch the video, head over and over right now and watch the video, but let me just be real with you guys right now. A majority of the people that I hear asking about HRT are those who are very young, I would say between young 20s and mid to late 30s. And the myth is that the older you get, your testosterone just drops out of nowhere. That is a lie. That is a complete lie. Now, there is a greater chance that the older you get that it might drop, but that's not a blanket statement for every person on the planet. So get that out of your head. Number two, again, we're talking about people who actually need steroids, who need anabolics, those who have muscle wasting diseases, recovering from some cancer treatment and whatnot. Those people need it. If your goal is just because you want to take it and you know the truth, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. If your goal to take HRT is so you can add some muscle or be more aesthetically pleasing, you're being lazy. You are being lazy. Jeff Cavalier says the same thing in the video, and I'm saying it too. I would say 99% of people who do not need HRT that want to take HRT want a shortcut. I remember back in the day, Matt Jansen had this. I'm gonna give him a little shout out. Matt Jansen, dude, what's up? It's your boy Johnny Street, what's up? Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna give Matt Jansen a shout out. And he had this cool tagline. It was, do the hard stuff. No one now wants to do the hard stuff. If you want a good looking physique, if you want to be the healthiest version of you, dieting or having proper nutrition, changing bad habits is hard. Doing the cardio, starting new cardio is hard. Doing, training consistently is hard. Making sure that you're drinking enough water is hard. That's the hard stuff. The easy stuff is going to the doctor, saying, hey doc, I need HRT, and then take it and hoping that that substance is going to give you all the benefits as you think. Well, I'm going to give you guys a dose of reality. I'm going to tell it like it is right now. If you're a lazy piece of if you're a lazy POS, I shouldn't say POS. If you're lazy and you think that taking TRT is going to make you not lazy, like I'm telling you now, if you're lazy before, you're going to be lazy after. If you're not willing to put the work in now, you're not going to be willing to put the work in later. So don't think that you're going to get all your answers from HRT. You got to do the hard stuff. And then you have to really think about, why do you want to do HRT? Why do you think that you need that extra muscle that you might already have or need to add more of? Why? If it's because you think it's going to bring you happiness, look around. There are a lot of influencers out there that look absolutely amazing, that are on gear, that are not happy. And that might be the issue. That might be one of the biggest issues that we have, is that when you open up your phone, you go on there and you search your favorite influencers, or you're just scrolling through and you're seeing, I don't even know why I flipped this. I'm not even really looking at the damn thing, but you're flipping through and you're seeing this nice physique and this nice physique, and you think that those physiques are really happy, and you're making all of these accusations and judgments in your head that you think that this person that you're watching is living this amazing, fulfilled life because they have a six-pack and 22-inch arms. You're sadly mistaken. And it's going to lead you down a road that's going to be unfulfilling, and you're going to be even more unhappy. Because when you put on maybe the 10 pounds of muscle that you thought you put on, and you found out you're still not that happy, now you've just crossed that line and you can't go back, and now you're unhappy and you are probably going to have to go on HRT for the rest of your life. When it comes to body acceptance and body positivity, it's being completely okay and accepted of what you have. It's looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? I'm blessed to have everything God's given me. I'm going to do the best with what I have. And when it comes down to it, let's check off all the boxes. Let's make sure we're doing all the things that we can with our God-given talent that we can. Like, are you training as hard as you possibly can? Are you eating as good as you possibly can? Are you doing the cardio as much as you can? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you making sure that you're drinking enough water? Are you making sure you're taking some time out of the day for your mental health? Are you doing all those things before thinking about HRT? And have you done all those things before thinking about HRT? Because when you go on, you're on for the rest of your life. And I'll tell you before, because I've heard these comments made. I've heard them. I don't want to have kids when I'm older. I don't really care about kids. I heard it from men and women. I don't want to have any kids when I'm older. That is the absolute stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I can tell you right now that I wasn't ever thinking about having a kid. I knew I wanted to have kids, but I can tell you right now, after actually having one and having a daughter, I can't even imagine my life without her. I can't imagine living my life without having a part of me continue my life legacy, continue the Shreve name, just so I can have bigger arms, a bigger back, look better in a shirt when I go to a club or something. Like, if that's what you're trading, if you're trading all of that, you're trading your health, trading off the joys of having children down the road so you can look and feel good right now for all the vanity reasons, it's not good enough. You're gonna rob yourself of that. So just to make this super simple and clear for you guys, take the God-given abilities that you have, play the cards that you're dealt, and do the best what you can. Do the best at what you can. You don't have to be the greatest. You just have to do your best. Bring your best. And that's it. Don't think you're gonna find your happiness in some substance, whether it be TRT, anabolics, or SARMs, or peptides. or even creatine or protein powder or anything that you think that's gonna bring you joy. It's not. What's gonna bring you joy and happiness is gonna come within. And there's nothing out there that can replace that. So guys, again, I urge you guys to go watch that video and just let it sink in a bit. Before you make a decision that is going to affect your life for the rest of your life, think hard on it. Think hard. I'm telling you guys from experience, there's nothing I can do that I've done in my past. But if I can go back and tell myself 11 years ago, let me tell you, let me give you guys an understanding before I close off with this. When I got to college to play football at age 24, I was an adult student. I was 217 pounds. When I finished my career, I started off as a running back. I finished off as a running back / inside slot, and I finished at 198 pounds. I finished my football career in 2011. I stepped on stage in March of 2012, and I was 217 pounds. I abused steroids up until 2021. 2019, 20, I reduced my dose to a HRT dose, and I am currently 225 pounds. I'm less than 10 pounds more than I was when I started. So in hindsight, I could have continued to build on that physique 11 years ago and been exactly in the same place I am right now, naturally. Let that sink in. Again, guys, I'm blessed. Am I surprised? I am surprised. But will I be surprised if one day that the doctor says, hey, you're going to have to go on HRT? I'm not going to be surprised. Because I know what I did and I take full accountability for that. My job as a influencer, as a creator, as myself, Johnny Shreve, is to raise awareness and help you guys think a little harder before you make life-changing decisions that will affect your life in possibly a negative way. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I'm always going to come up with the tell it is, transparent, vulnerable truth. And guys, until next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.